Alright, we all know that SGDQ is in full swing, but we need to get back to the real excitement of the month, of the year, of the eternity. This game just doesn't end. I say that although we are in the end game, we are fast approaching the finale of this, but welcome back to Patrician 4. We have built everything everywhere, with some minor exceptions. Now, since it sets the tone for the whole thing, why don't we bring up our good friend the spreadsheet. There we go. I've modified it ever so slightly. None of the values on it have changed, of course, because those are almost set in stone. There is a slight change that I could do that would revolve around repositioning maybe up to 20 of these things, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I have added a checklist for population here. This column rather, will only get greened off once a city has reached its maximum population. I've also done a... what does this even mean? Oh yes, a wells column. This one will only be greened off if a city has 100% well coverage. And we still have the space column, but that doesn't really mean anything for us since our Hansa is just about perfect as is. The extra space should not be needed whatsoever. Now, we can easily identify the troubled people in the chat, like Sir Babelt there, who says, "Ah, yes, Patty 4, I needed another fix. It feels good." No, oh no. And Lucky's there saying, watching STDQ, was wondering, why isn't Jake playing Patrician 4 instead? Yeah, we're fixing that here and now. So almost all of these are built. There are a few cases for the numbered column that are still yellowed, where the competitor still has some businesses, so we're going to have to go and abduct those later on when we have a bit more money. I mean, we only have, if we go back to the game here, we only have 250 million ducats, which probably won't be enough to buy all of the businesses everywhere, so we'll need to get to that. I'm going to refer to my little Patrician 4 notebook here, though, and there are two notes for myself. One is include Nimwegen on the Wildcard Red Crane route. So as everybody knows, not King of Cozy, the Wildcard Red Crane has been throwing around building materials all over our internal cities. But we need to add, not Warsaw, we need to add Nimwegen to it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I had intended on adding Nimwegen to it. I guess it's somewhere between Groningen and Cologne. Somewhat. Kind of, maybe? I don't know, this looks a bit ugly. Feels like it involves all too many cities. I know Thorn will be fine, they just about have everything they need. So why don't I just delete most of the cities here? And then we can just have this, you know? I think Hamburg is fine, though. How you looking there, Hamburg? Hamburg looks good. Are there any of these internal cities that are really hurting for building materials? Because my gut feeling is heavens no. Warsaw is fine. Thorn is not so fine. But according to this, all they're lacking is a couple thousand wood, and they'll get that from their regular deliveries. So, okay, Hunsburg is also lacking in wood. They're lacking in lots of things. Thankfully, they remain in upswing, courtesy of me building all these lovely things that people need. So, with that in mind, the Wildcard Red Crane's job can be massively simplified. I want you to go to Rostock. You know, we really don't need you to hit up Bremen. Really, all you need to do is hit up Nimwegen. I don't really even need to do this properly. Whatever, load up on everything and then go to Nimwegen. And just automatically trade. You'll get this done in a heartbeat. And then it'll pretty much be done. And then I can recall you and use you for other things. There's another thing though, and that is Warsaw to Thorn honey. Thorn, as you probably don't know, because I wasn't even paying attention to it, Thorn produces a ton of mead. Except it produces no mead because they get no bloody honey. I need to set them up with a regular honey route, and it's a pain to do it by river cogs. They're the only ways to get up these rivers. But we have Warsaw right here, and Warsaw produces Yes, plenty of wine, and I trust they're shipping away that wine, but they produce honey, lots and lots of honey. So I'm going to have to move 480 businesses worth of honey, and they already have tons of the stuff. So we're going to locate our spare wagon trains. We have 10 of them here. And what do we have? A wild card. I trust all these guys are working, right? Well, the King of Cozy is not. You are and you are. Why do I even have a wild card around here? Also, that was a pretty sick flip. And they're doing it as well. Alright, King of Cozy, I don't even know why we have you hanging around here, so I'm going to dump a load of your wagons here. And then I'm going to make myself another train. This one is going to be Warsaw to... how do we do this again? Warsaw to Thorn, that's it. Honey. And what do we got in the ship names? We've got the... somebody says the Warsaw. Well, that works for me, I suppose. The speed looks a bit intense. 5,000. Huh. Was that always 5,000? I know I was tinkering about the files. Let me have a look at it at 1x. Well, they're not going any faster than normal, so never mind that then. Huh. Seems strange, but doesn't seem to have any effect, so I got no problem with that. Might have a problem if I don't actually find the correct boats here, though. Where were you? Here we go. Warsaw to Thorn, honey. Very, very simple route, and it only takes 2 days. Let's round it up and say that it takes 3. And a honey place does 4 per day. So we can call that 12. 12 times 500 is a 6,000 capacity needed. Oh, that's nice. So you only need 6 of them. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I hadn't modded the carts to be 10 times as big and expensive, I would need 60 carts for a 2-day journey here. And that is just insane. Warsaw to Thorn, honey. Very, very simple. You start off in Warsaw. You take all the honey. You go to Thorn. You drop all that sweet honey. Easy. Now get to work. So Thorn is then going to pile up with honey, along with, you know, the wine that it keeps piling up with. So I'm going to need to give them a load of boats to shift it over as well as their mead. Now it'd be well and good of me just to shift it all over to Danzig, but I need to think how much I'm going to need. Jake, do you play Total War games at all? No, but I will be very soon. I can't take the temptation anymore. I think you had the Wildcard wagon to go around and initially set up counting houses everywhere, Jake. Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. Okay, Thorn. Thorn is going to have excess honey, no doubt, because... Whoa, hang on. You see the speed of that thing? I saw the speed of that thing. I don't recall modding my files, but maybe I did. We saw that. We definitely saw that. Where'd it go? Yeah, okay. That was one of my other attempts. Right, I'm going to have to save my game immediately on a different file and kill it, because I ain't no cheater here. There we go. Hey, maybe I can show what was changed here. Jake, you have a speed of 5,000 knots. Yeah, I thought something didn't seem right, but I didn't change, or at least I don't remember changing anything. Let's open you up there, Patrician 4 files. What's going on? Ah, that's right. Would have mixed in with some of my files when I extracted the music stuff. You are under Trade System INI. That doesn't make any sense either. Where is the speed? Ah, geez, all my stuff is in German, as usual. Notepad, do you think you can help me out here? There we go, let's get good old Notepad here. This is where the files would have been, and then we have the cart, capacity, cost, construction goods, workers, material, time. But where's their speed? I have no memory of having changed this, so that's kind of strange to me. Very strange to me. Oh man, where is wagon speed? Don't tell me it's one of these files that's at 5,000. Jake Gershwin-Heg? What? Oh, you're saying that might be the one that we're looking for. Well, what I could do, I suppose, is have a look for any file there that is has the value 5,000. Okay, that sounds like what it could be. If I indeed looked in the right place. This is just kind of fun that we get to have around here. Huh. Jake Wagon equals wagon. Where in the world is it? Yeah, I did a quick search for 5,000, but I couldn't find anything here. Standard payment. I don't think it's construction cost. That wouldn't be right. What is going on here? It wouldn't be in sea battle stuff, would it? Well, this is why I keep a backup of things. Let's have a look inside my... Yeah, I know this is incredibly exciting for you just watching the title screen here. I don't know, why don't we actually... You can watch everything move in the meantime. You know, get the real Patrician experience by watching that whilst I play around with my files here. I should have made a backup of all my all my modding stuff here. And what would it be under? Trade system INI? No, it's capacity, cost. Could look for wagon, Grundkosten. Trying to look for any obvious differences between the two files that I have here. Nothing showing up. I remember changing the speed somewhere, but I certainly unchanged it later on. The fun and games of trying to make the game less rubbish. That's why you should always back stuff up. Highway and trek speed. I got my highway INI. Yes! Wow, I put it at like 20,000, no, 200,000. Okay. Okay, that only applies when you make new ones though, I think. So what's it meant to be? It's meant to be at 20. Okay, well, good to know. Let's delete 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros on that one. Save it. Kill the whole game, because that's how we roll. and bring it back. Will it come back, or has it just forsaken me now? Because that would be pretty rad. So to explain what I tried to do there was, in my attempts to find out a way to get rid of the explosion sound, I thought, what if my carts traveled instantaneously? So I ramped up their speed by a factor of about 1,000, and the answer is it didn't work. They would still get caught. But that's okay, because courtesy of various members of the chat, we have now eliminated the convoy attack sound. And that makes the entire experience that bit more bearable. So let's load it up once more, and let's find the thing that we just made. Where are you? It was the Okay, the knots look a lot better now. But what was the one I made? Warsaw to Thorn. No? Wait, I have a Warsaw to Thorn honey? And he just wasn't activated? But he was only half the size he needed to be. Okay. So does he work properly? I mean, he's in Thorn. Okay, right. They still go super fast because I made him during that other time. So what I'm going to do is unmake him. Get rid of everybody there. Poof. And then we grab the Warsaw to Thorn. The wine guy isn't working. Well, we'll change that. Warsaw to Thorn honey guy. And we will add him up to be big enough. And then he'll be activated. And then I can see if he's actually going to work at a reasonable... There we go. Going at a good speed. Great. Just great. Glad we got all that sorted. Alright, thanks a lot, Dennis. Yes, saved us some time there. And that deals with Warsaw to Thorn honey. Turns out I already had it dealt with, just not well enough. So Nimwagen should get the wood that they need. And really, what am I waiting for? All I need are for my cities to reach max population, and then everything should flow, right? Well, I'm honestly waiting on getting in a lot of ships. Thankfully, ship production is in full swing, because many of my cities have a good supply of just about everything, but not truly everything. I mean, cloth here is lacking, and it's not for lack of production here, so I strongly suspect that we're not pushing enough out. Also think the sound is a bit low, so I'm putting that up a bit. Or maybe not even existent. Yeah, so it's about upgrading my convoys right now so that everything that gets made gets shifted around. Anything that I have too much of here, if I also realize that I don't have enough of it going out, like these guys, they're just not getting the salt that they need. I mean, Boston makes plenty of salt for me, and they have the wood to keep pushing it, so that's good. Tells me that the salt guys that go around here just do not have enough. That's going to be the case for most of my ships that sail along here. They need the bulk of my boats. So I just need to grab the salt guys that go west and fill them out. Now we've actually got quite a few of them. And it's not like you're short here, so buckle up there. And then there's Bacon, who's heading over to Rennes again right now. And in Rennes again. In Rennes again, come on. More boats for you. And then there's Dai Ken Kai, who's another salty customer. He doesn't bring much around. I should probably upgrade him quite a lot. Jake, do you know how many carvels you need when the cities are all populated? Not exactly. However, courtesy of our spreadsheets, we have quite a bit more information to work with. Why don't we bring those along and have a quick look? Thank you, spreadsheet. So if we look over at the Hanseatic needs and go down to the max all idea, here we have the total population of our theoretical perfect Hansa, and let's say this is of course all of these. Alright, so every 10 days the demand for goods is about 500,000 barrels worth. So I would need a capacity of about 500,000, assuming that most of my journeys were 10 days long, but quite a lot of them, in fact most of them are considerably longer. So let's, to play it safe, let's say I need 1,000,000 cargo capacity. I wonder how much cargo capacity I have. The answer is well over 1,000,000 actually. So would stand to reason that I do plenty enough. However, a lot of my goods have to go to the central hub and then back again, so maybe I should double that up. Not entirely sure if there's a good number to extrapolate from this or not, so I won't. I will be constantly building ships anyway. But when it comes to ships, just how many do we have? Also, I have a lot of my expeditionary boats here. I'm going to move them over to Rostock, simply because I just don't want to fill up Neshved with all these, well, all these. What can I say? Get over there. I need to send more of my boats out to level up those Mediterranean places anyway. But since I do a lot of boats moving around here in Neshved, I want to have it a bit more freed up. Got some river cogs, not many caravels, crayers, snickers, still quite a few loan sharks. But man, I need a lot more caravels. Which kind of tells me I should maybe get some more, because there is a lot more dispersal to be done. My concern is that I really don't have many caravels actually produced. So how is cloth? Because cloth seems to be what the people in the West are lacking right now. Considerably. And this guy's just sitting here saying, well, I've got a cog for you. Well, cog's not good enough anymore. Let's activate fastclicker.exe, because I'm sure I'm going to need that. Was Timbuktu ever completed? Nah, I killed that. We're having a lot more fun with Rostov. Trust me on that one. Alright, so yes, we are pumping out plenty of cloth. I just need more of my carvels to move those around. So if I look at what I have for putting cloth around, I just have a center, an east, and a west. And the center one is pretty damn small. So if I look back to what the demands for the center is going to be, it's dealing with 8 cities that are going to need cloth. So what's that? 8 times... hell, let's just say 800,000. That's a nice, easy way to put it. Their demands for cloth are going to be pretty big. It's like 4,500. So this 1,000 just is not going to cut it. But it is the west that's the bigger problem. I've only given them 2,000. What am I? Some kind of savage? I'm just upping these as much as I can wherever I go. Because people demand good stuff here. I would like to have a second cloth guy go the opposite way around as well. So what I will actually do is grab that cloth one and make another one that goes the other way around. So, hang on, these are the cloth guys. Cloth. Damn, I think I made a mistake there. Center, east, west. I'm not even sure who I just upgraded there, because I wasn't really paying much attention, but I think it was you. Yeah, of course, you're in Ripon. You are West 1, and you go around in what order? You go from Ripon, Bremen, Groningen, Haarlem, Bruges. Well, if you go from Haarlem to Bruges, then you're going around clockwise. So I want someone that goes anti-clockwise. So I'll save you as Cloth West. Sounds like a really bad name. And then I'm going to check Cloth West 2. Ripon, Bremen, Groningen, Haarlem. Okay, my problem with you is that you go the wrong way around. So if we move everything that's above Rostock to the bottom, then we'll get a better everything, I'm sure. Haarlem, Groningen, Bremen, Ripon, but he's not very big, and he's just a couple of cogs as well. So we'll get you back to Nestved. There we go. And we'll see if we can't cog you up a bit better. How are we doing with cogs? Not a whole lot of them. Well, it's a start. It's not a lot of cloth, but it's a start. I get back to work. Jake, when do you need wagons versus cogs? Wagons just do the inland stuff. Now they could do some of the coastal cities, but I'd rather always get them done with my boats. Alright, so that addresses some of the cloth, not all of it. Honestly, not even much of it. How about the cloth to the east, I bet? I bet that's tiny. Cloth from Rostock east? Wow, actually he's huge. He's 8,000. He's got that covered, more or less. And there's another west one, the Robocog, and he's tiny. But then there's the center guy who's only he's only a couple of cogs, which is a bit embarrassing. Let's see if I can't cog him up. Okay, well, that's not a whole lot. He's almost certainly not going to be big enough for just about anything. Damn, because I need more boats getting around. Checking out Danzig, for example, they're short on metal goods, so sometimes I wonder if the metal goods also don't get around enough. Well, the east is certainly making a case for not enough metal goods. So if I check tools to the east, it's Nemesis, it's 1 Caravel, that's nowhere near enough. If he's dealing with 8 cities that need that, then when it comes to tools, he should really be bringing, yeah, more like 7,000 capacity. Probably more than that even. Probably more than that, but let's assume that he needs 7,000 capacity. So get yourself over to Riga. Why is that guy just sitting there? I think he was stuck for a bit. Anyway, Nemesis. Wow, Riga have no boats for you? That's a sad state of affairs. All these guys are going to be missing their metal goods, which we do have. That's a real tragedy. And this is why I need my boats, and I need to disperse these goodies on the double. The idea that Kongsberg is short on wood as well tells me that the wooden guy just ain't making his rounds over here. Unless they still have to build. And that does not look to be the case. Wait, why would